Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, joining our DC Wonder Woman home screen setup with a score of over 640 is this color-filled take on Batman vs Superman. This is going to be another one in my series on how to customize your home screen like a pro. A series where I show you how you can easily and quickly get these stunning minimalistic setups on your Android phones. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the previous episodes. And following that format, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic home screen setup and turn it into something like this. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So here they are, Batman and Superman mid-battle. With this live wallpaper, I've made sure to emphasize the shadows, adding a more darker tone to the overall image, whilst at the same time making the home screen icons pop. Now this setup is super simple, with the main focus being around that custom backdrop, housing a comic book style date indicator at the top of the screen, and to match a simple battery bar widget at the bottom, floating just above our colorful popping icons. This setup will be running Nova Launcher using KWGT widgets, and to complete the look, I'll be using the Hex installer for system-wide customization. The link for these and everything else that you're going to need are going to be in the description below. Now as a quick note, if you want that full screen edge-to-edge look for your home screen setup without those ugly signal bars, then make sure you disable the notification bar within Nova Launcher settings. And to get this comfy icon layout, make sure to head to Nova's home screen settings and change the grid size to 5 across and 11 down. And to really clean up your home screen, I highly recommend you turn off icon labels and make sure your home screen icon size is set to 100%. Next, let's customize the home screen dock. But first, make sure it's enabled here, and then let's move on to the dock background section. Now here, we want to start by heading into the custom shape and simply copy these settings here, making sure all of the corners are rounded off 100% with padding enabled. As for the color, we're simply going to use the preset black here. And finally, for the dock background, we're going to set transparency to 73%. Now the final thing we're going to do is head back up, and still within the dock section, we want to head into the option for icon layout. Here, we want to first untick the box for matching desktop size, and then set the icon size to 130% to give it that bold look. Now that we have that out of the way, the icon pack that we're using in this setup to give us this vibrant burst of color is the Phoenix icons. Now sadly, it's no longer available on the Play Store, but I've added an alternative link in the video description below. Just simply head to Nova's look and feel section and set the pack as your system icons. And before we go any further, make sure you grab this unique wallpaper from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find it there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. Next up, these awesome KWGT widgets. But before we get into them, we need to make sure that we enable widget overlapping. You can find this at the bottom of Nova Launcher's home screen section. Just simply make sure to enable both of these options here. Now that we have that out of the way, the first widget of the setup, starting right at the top of the screen, is this comic book style date indicator. Courtesy of the graffiti pack is Graph 11. So let's start by loading in the KWGT layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. Now for a quick guide on KWGT manipulation, make sure you check out the video in the top right corner. So with this widget, let's first head into the layer tab and increase its size so it better fits our canvas. And once done, let's head back to the item tab and then let's head into the overlay group. Here we're going to use the positioning tab to move the widget closer to the top left corner. And once you're happy with the look, make sure to hit save in the top right corner. And let's move on to the second widget, this custom battery level indicator, which has been themed to match our date widget, the base of which is 9F from the Desaturate pack. Now the setup for this widget is quite simple, starting with loading in another KWGT layout to your home screen and then resizing it. Now by default, this widget does come with its own date indicator, but as we don't need it, let's remove it from the widget. For this, let's head into the stacked overlay group, and using the tick boxes on the right hand side, we want to select the last item and then hit delete. Now that that's done, let's change its color to better match our date indicator. So let's head back out of the group and then click on the global tab. Here we're going to alter color 1 using the code on screen, making all of the items yellow. And for the orange gradient effect, let's head back to the item tab, and using the plus button in the top right corner, we're going to add in a new shape. Now let's head into our newly created item and increase its size so its width is perfectly overlapping all of the other items in the widget. Next, we want to head into the effects tab and change its texture from none to horizontal gradient, which will open a whole slew of customization options here. But the only thing we're interested in is changing this color option using the color code on screen. And now the final thing left to do is to head into the paint tab and change its filter from normal to multiply, allowing the color from our shape to overlay directly onto all of the other elements of the widget. Now at this point, feel free to use the layer tab to adjust its size to better fit the canvas, exactly the same as we did in the first widget. And wrapping up the setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across the whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. And alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And if you have any theme suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.